Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And if you guys are new here, my name is Miguel. I am here to help you guys optimize your credit, get access to 0% interest business credit funding. I've gone over 300K just myself, and I've helped hundreds of other clients do exactly the same. And the whole goal is to get that 0% interest funding so that you can start and scale your business, get a return on investment, pay back the banks, and now you just got the banks to buy you a free asset. So welcome back to another video. And today's topic is your first 5 credit cards. If you guys are starting from zero and want to build your credit the right way to unlock high limit business funding, then listen up, because the following sequence is very, very crucial. One mistake in applying for the wrong card at the wrong time could definitely hold you guys back from getting 100K plus and 0% business funding later. I'm going to break down the exact order of the first 5 personal credit cards you need, why this order matters, and how to maximize your guys' approval. So stick around to the end, because I'll also explain how to wipe inquiries if you get denied, plus how to build key bank relationships that will set you up for massive funding success later on. So before we get into it, let's do a little housekeeping on some important notes. It's one thing to get approved, right? Anyone could go out and get approved. It's another to get approved for much larger limits. This is just the list of cards to make your personal credit profile shine and set you up for success on the business funding later. However, just because you have these cards does not guarantee you getting large 0% business credit limits later. There are many other factors you have to take into account, like understanding the back end bank underwriting requirements, having senior level VP relationship managers, connections, scripts, data points, and much more to get approved on the business funding side. So if you want more in-depth walkthroughs and make as little mistakes as possible, comment the word credit optimizer down below to learn more about our low ticket offer to help you optimize your credit. Get you 0% personal credit funding, discounts on done for you, 0% business credit funding later, and credit repair. So without further ado, let's get into the actionables. Step 1, here is what you guys need to do is get added as an authorized user. Again, this strategy is if you're brand spanking new, nothing on your credit, virgin credit, right? The first move you want to do is before applying for any personal credit card, is get added as an authorized user. The reason why is this is instantly going to boost your credit score. You're going to be able to adopt the age, the credit history, and credit limit of the primary card holder. And this makes you look more experienced with credit, even if you have virgin credit. Now, the next thing is, if you don't know an AU or where to get one, is the best thing to do is ask a friend or family member. The main thing is you want to make sure that card has low utilization, they pay their cards on time, and it has old age. If you can't find anyone in your circle, then there are paid authorized user services if you don't have someone who could add you. I actually already filmed a full training on how to get added as an AU. So if you want access, comment the word AU below and I will send it to you. Boom. So that's going to be your very first card, right? Step 2 is apply for a US bank personal 0% credit card or a secured credit card. So we want to establish a relationship with US Bank. Option 1 is either apply for any of US Bank's personal 0% personal credit cards. They have a lot of 12, 18, 21 month cards at 0% for personal side. And then option 2 is if you get denied for that, just move to the secured credit card instead. So the reason why we want to go through US Bank is because US Bank tracks what's called a relationship score, right? They want to see how long you've been a client, what your payment history's been like. So the longer you've been with them, the better your approval odds for high limit business credit cards later when you guys are ready for it. So my recommendation is go for any of the 0% personal credit cards. But what if you get denied? If you get denied, don't worry. We can wipe the inquiries and move forward with the secured credit card option instead. If you want the exact strategy on how to remove inquiries, comment the word inquiry below and we'll send you guys the steps. Now, here's step 3. Apply for a Chase personal credit card, right? So once you've built some history, we want to go after any of the Chase personal credit cards. The best options that I recommend is the Chase Freedom. It's 0% for 15 months. It's perfect for building credit while taking advantage of the 0% promo period. The other thing too is the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve. If you want to prioritize getting travel rewards over 0%, then this is the card for you. The Sapphire cards actually give you much higher limits too if you're able to get approved for it. Now, here's the reason why we want to get involved with Chase is one, they typically give generous limits both on personal and business. And they are one of the best banks when it comes to rewards and travel perks. You want that relationship built out. And then also they have 2 0% business credit cards that we'll be able to target later once you guys are optimized and ready for it. Now, something huge, and this is why we have this in the right sequential order, is Chase has what's called a 5 in 24 rule, which basically means Chase won't approve you for a personal card or business credit card if you've opened over either 5 or more personal accounts within the past 24 months. That's why we want to apply for Chase early in the process so we don't get screwed out on not being able to develop the relationship with them. And something to note too is authorized users don't count towards your 5 in 24 rule unless you're the primary card holder. So as long as you're the authorized user, this does not count towards that. If you get denied due to the 5 in 24 rule because of your AU, no worries. You could call the reconsideration line or temporarily remove yourself from the AU so you could get approved for whatever personal or Chase business credit cards you guys want later on. Now, step 4. So now by this, right, we have our 3 cards so far, right? It's Chase, US Bank, it's the authorized user, US Bank, Chase. Now we're moving on to Amex. You're going to apply for any of the Amex Blue Cash or their other 0% personal credit cards. The reason why is they also, just like Chase, have really great rewards and travel perks. They're one of the easiest banks to get high limit business credit from. And then also too, something cool that they do is they do soft pull approval. So you could go out and apply, and if you get denied, it won't have any impact on your score. It'll only give you the hard inquiry after you get approved and you accept it. But if denied, it does not affect your credit score. Now, I recommend the best Amex personal credit card option is the Amex Blue Cash. It's 0%, I believe, for 12 or 15 months. And it's a great way to build history with Amex while setting you up for future business credit approvals later. So the pro tip here is business cards don't report. I didn't mention this before, but business cards don't report to personal credit. So stacking business funding later won't impact your personal score or be included in the 5 in 24 rule. So the 5 in 24 rule is only for personal credit cards. If let's say you have 4 personal credit cards within the last 24 months, and then you go out and apply for a Chase business credit card, that business credit card does not count as a 5th towards that. It's only personal credit cards. So really key thing to note here, and that's why we want to establish this in the right sequential order. That way, you might go out and apply for all these cards and you're like, crap, now I don't have space to add in Amex or US Bank or Chase because you applied for a bunch of other shitty banks or other cards. So important key thing to know. Lastly, your 5th and final card it's kind of up to you guys, but I have a couple suggestions here for you. Is you could choose either between Wells Fargo or Bank of America, or if you guys have a bank that you really like that we hadn't listed, then this is your time to go after it. But just make sure you prioritize the other cards that I mentioned earlier. But now that we've hit Chase, Amex, US Bank, we choose a 5th bank to establish another funding relationship. Option 1 is Wells Fargo. You could get a personal credit card with them. They only have 1 business credit card, but they do have solid limits when they do approve you. Option 2 is Bank of America for one of their personal credit cards. The cool thing with them is they do have 3 different 0% business credit cards available that you can apply to later once you're ready for it. but typically they give lower limits per card. But again, you could stack those approvals on top of each other. So Bank of America is not too bad either. But the reason why this is the final step is we're setting up multiple bank relationships as fast as possible. That will be crucial when we apply for high limit business credit cards later. We want to be able to have some sort of history. We're not just coming in as some noob who, one, has a very thin credit profile, but number two, also doesn't have any history with them. If we're following this shows them, one, you have a history with them and you have a thick credit profile. It's going to make them actually want to give you the money versus you having to beg for it. So let's go through a quick recap on everything we went through. This is the 5-step credit card sequence. Number one, start with an AAU to boost your score immediately. If you don't know how to get an AAU, comment the word AAU for the full training and we'll send it to you. Number two is apply for US Bank. Either their 0% personal credit card or secured card to start building a relationship. If you don't know how to remove inquiries, comment the word inquiry if you need help getting those removed. Number three is apply for Chase Freedom or Sapphire to build limits and lock in your Chase relationship before hitting the 5 and 24 rule. Number four is the Amex Blue Cash to set yourself up for high limit business approvals later. And number five, choose between Wells Fargo and Bank of America. Personally, I would suggest Bank of America just because they do have those multiple cards, but the choice is yours, or go through a bank that if you really like them, go through them. It's up to you. Now, important thing here is do not skip steps or apply in the wrong order. This strategy is designed to set you up for 100K plus and 0% business credit funding later. So, final takeaways here is following this sequence will set you up to get pre-qualified for high limit business credit. If you're serious about building the perfect credit foundation for funding, and you want our full AU training, comment the word AU. We'll send it to you. If you need help removing inquiries, comment the word inquiry. If you're ready to take the next step and get a full funding game plan, comment the word funding down below and let's get you guys pre-qualified ASAP. We want to get you guys into our low ticket credit optimizer blueprint program so that we could get you through that process as soon as possible and eventually get you as a done for you 0% interest business credit funding client. So let's go and get your guys' credit optimized the right way so that you can start leveraging OPM the smart way. But thank you guys for lending me your eyes, ears, and attention. And as usual, peace out, much love, stay beautiful, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.